This is ContactTalkRadio.com. Consciousness in action. And you are taking action into your consciousness by tuning into Contact Talk Radio.
And on TuneIn.com, Ping.fm, and Upsnap Mobile.
Contact Talk Radio.
Welcome to Transformations with Tara Sutphen. Tara Sutphen is the author of Blame It on Your Past Lives, Soul Agreements, and The Abenda Chronicles. Grammy-nominated audios, videos, and MP3 series. You can find these MP3 series now at TaraInsight.com.
Welcome to Transformations with Tara, and I'm Tara Sutphen, and my guest and co-host is Jason D. McKean, and he is the voice of over 1 million home recordings throughout the world, and he has his own line of MP3s and so a lot of music and beautiful meditation music, and also he does meditations as well. So welcome, the Tarot Wizard.
Hey, thank you, Tara. That's always interesting to hear, about all that I'm doing, from other people.
Oh, I could go on and on, really.
Right.
Yeah. There's a lot going on there with you. Yes, your talents and skills.
Thank you. How is everything? How are you doing?
Good. Yeah, pretty good. We're in Sedona. My group is coming together. It's going to be great. Yeah.
It's fantastic. I can feel like those magical Sedona vibes like coming this way.
Isn't it? It's so great.
Wow.
Yeah, and I tried to get you guys to see it outside here, but then I really wash out. But yeah, but it's now you see a pretty tree, but you can't really see all of beautiful Sedona here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put it in our mind's eye, all those beautiful red rocks.
Oh, it's just so beautiful, yeah. So yeah, because you haven't been here for a little bit, and last time we were here, we did the Shaman Summit.
That's right. That's right. It's been about 1.5 years since I have last been in Sedona.
It was magical.
Oh my God, completely.
We had so much fun.
Yeah, well, you're going to have a lot of fun also.
I'm having the seminar at a ranch, and it's been slated. The Rinpoches are coming in, and it's for a stupa. It's really a sacred land, and it's going to be great. Yeah, already has a labyrinth on it and a medicine wheel, so we have a lot to play with and have fun.
So the Rinpoches are coming into like the main stupa or stupas there in Sedona?
Yeah, we have one in West Sedona. This will be in East Sedona.
Mm-hmm.
So they've chosen this ranch. Yeah, it's very wonderful. And I always say about this ranch is that in 1,000 years, they will wonder, well, in 100 years, they will wonder what, how they were worshiping upon the ground.
Right.
Just really.
It's like, what was going on up there?
Pretty innate. Yeah, and beautiful. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I've used the property off and on. I mean, I take people to it for about 15, 17 years, but I've never done a seminar out there. So this is going to be really fun.
That is awesome. That is awesome to utilize it for, everyone is going to be enhancing their own psychic abilities.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Everybody's going to be enhancing their psychic ability. And I've done, I just really got to be in my bonnet and made up some other psychic experiments and, having fun.
Uh-huh. So it's a busy bee that was in your bonnet.
I've been busy anyway. Yeah, busy.
Nice. So what are we talking about today?
Well, I thought we'd talk about some Sedona vibes and basically, what is Sedona, and just it's such a special place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And really one of the most beautiful places on the earth. Very beautiful. It's just really one of the paradise spots.
I'm always taken by the drive up. If you come up through Phoenix and all, and you go up, it's pretty deserty, most on the main highway, and then you veer off. You go on the state highway, and then you start winding around, and then all of a sudden that terrain of the brown and the just very kind of deserty look, it all of a sudden it just like opens up to this just amazing red rock, and you're just like, you're floored.
Yeah, you're floored. Yeah, I've come to love the expansion of the desert. It's just, there's a peacefulness, like when you're driving across the desert, it's just so peaceful. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. And yeah. And I don't think I really even saw a saguaro and I love the saguaro cactus, but I didn't even get to see one, not really, because it was dark.
Oh, yeah.
Often here to there, making appointments and stuff. So
yeah. Well, I mean, they're there.
Yeah, they're there. Yeah, I just didn't get to really look and gaze at them. And but boy, am I gazing here. It's just so beautiful right now outside.
Yeah, well, you're not supposed to when you're driving anyway. You're not supposed to just like kind of, hey.
That's a vacation, yeah.
Just eyes on the road.
Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, beautiful. So it's been a beautiful drive. It was great. Under the stars and that full moon, the last remnants of the full moon. It's been pretty great. Yeah, I love that full moon. That full moon was in Aries this time, 27 degrees Aries. It was all about, us mastering really our money and our relationships, and let's get it together. It's really about, okay, floor it. You just zoom into the next stage. Like, stop carrying stuff. Stop carrying all this baggage that you hold on to, depression and not eating well and phobias and issues. Like, get rid of them. I mean, last month it was like, okay, cry about it, have a flippin' fit if you want to, last month. And then this moon, full moon, is about, the pedal to the metal.
Yeah. And so taking that initiative, is that something too with like enhancing the psychic abilities where one stops like putting excuses forward, the ones that are like, well, I'm not psychic, or I don't know that I can do that. Or you just like, okay, stop and go for it.
Right. Stop and go for it. Yeah, it's time to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that excuse like just over like the 35 years or whatever that I've been in this realm, and I've heard it in myself too. And that inner voice that just says, hey, it's like, who am I to do this, to activate this? And I would say now it's like, yeah, it's like you are the one to do that. It's like, if you're being called to it, then step up and activate it.
Practice. It takes practice. It takes tact. It takes some really great things. It does. But the bottom line is you got to start trying just for you, because I think that psychic ability works to alleviate your issues, to allow you to be safe in the world. It comes down to the basic level, not really to espouse to others, what on a psychic level. It's about you and where are you stepping? Where are you going in your life? why are you going there? You know, a lot of times, you know, you use a little psychic ability and, you know, it clears up. You know, you feel more in touch.
Yeah, you learn to trust yourself.
Yeah.
You learn to trust that your soul knows the way.
Yeah, your soul knows the way. And it does know the way. I mean, you know, we are all living a predestined life. You know, I read a card yesterday that, you know, life is what you make it. It's not really your destiny. And I was like, well, there's some, you know, you're going to meet people and have experiences that are part of that predestiny. You know, you don't just get scot-free. Oh, I can just pick whatever. You know, it's not really like that, you know, because you're skilled at what you're skilled at, whether it's, you know, taking care of your family or taking care of your friends or taking care of yourself or an actual skill. You know, that's all pretty well within, you know, your passion level of, ooh, I just really love that. Like, you know, I love horses, you know, and it just has always innately been in me to love horses. Do I think that everybody should love horses? No. You know, they're big animals and they're some, you know, and they're a lot of work, you know, staying on them and doing for them. But once you're in it, it's really great. And I have to say that, you know, I'm going to go work for someone as an equine therapist. You know, I'm teaming up with somebody and who has 10 horses because I already do it, you know, on the side as well. But, you know, I've been asked formally and, you know, it's one of the biggest riding areas of the world. I mean, like, it's probably the most famous one of the world. So it's going to be great. It's going to be super great. You know, and I think, oh, you know, it's such an honor to be asked. You know, I've been asked by the most magnificent corporations and institutions and all sorts of stuff to come in to be their hypnotherapist, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just nice, you know, to maybe do something that you really, you know, think it's really fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that, you know, you have been an equestrian since day one.
Yeah.
You know, I think I remember you having like the horse with the horse head on the stick, you know, riding that around, you know, as a little kid.
Right. Right. And making you come with me, Jay.
Right. I think I don't know that I actually got the horse head with the stick.
Right.
I think I had to run. You know, I didn't have the luxury. Of course, I never got a horse anyway. Mom and Dad never gave me a horse, just a pony.
We did have a pony to ride.
Yeah.
We had Frosty. Frosty was the most beautiful pony on the planet.
He was ornery.
Beautiful. Yeah, all ponies are ornery. I'm like, oh my God, what? You kids want me to do what?
They are brats.
I'm little. I have short legs. I really don't want you like on me and running around. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Oh, and I wish I would have kept him for so long. I loved that pony. Yeah. And I take him by the forelock and he had this beautiful flaxen forelock. And I take him by the forelock. Come on, I'm not putting on a halter on you. I'm just going to lead you around to what I want you to do. And make him stand while I brush him and stuff. Yeah, out of the pasture. He was funny. He was just a funny guy.
Yeah.
Kids, you know, he was just one of us kids. But I had a horse, so he was my horse's pal. I didn't really understand that either back when I was young, though. The horses really need pals besides humans, you know. Although I don't think Lyrica does, but you know, she's a human. She loves her human friends more than horse friends. Yeah. And Bella is loving it these days. Mm-hmm. Bella was always a horse. She's from Argentina, and she was always a horse. I felt that, you know, if I let her roam on the range, she would have been so happy just with a herd of horses, you know. That would have been her best thing. And I gave them, big ranch to play on a few years ago, but Lyrica hated it.
Mhm.
She wants to interact with everyone. So we put her in the first stall so she's popular.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So just
so
her. Yeah.
with Sedona, you said that the Rinpoches are coming there to
Right.
bless the stupas, but they're not the only like spiritual group that visits Sedona. It seems to have this spiritual draw to a lot of different religions and spiritual seekers. There's something about the energy. What is that?
They say it's the ley lines and and there may be crystals under the ground, and I know just that there's crystals in the rock and stuff up there in Point Canyon. You can be all over the top of the mountain, and you see crystals within the rocks up there. And so it may have some amplification of some kind, because it seems to be one of the amplifying places. So
is it like quartz?
Psychic stuff here.
Is it quartz?
Yeah, quartz crystals.
Yeah, and usually one uses the quartz to amplify one's own energy.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, and and then I brought some Vogel crystals, that are the spheres, that they're cut crystals, the prism kit crystals. Yeah, very pretty. So yeah, we're gonna have a blast anyway on this.
So that amplification, is it like everyone is sitting on this transmitter so that their prayers go directly to the gods?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, go out into the universe. Well, and then under the full moon with that amplification, pretty great. Yeah. But there just seems to be, and it's such a vacation spot. And when I first was coming here, I'm at the place where I did the first Sedona seminar in like 1982, right? And so, I was looking at it yesterday, thinking, oh my God, the years move on, but here it is, still intact there, and just fun memories, and the tennis courts where I took a lot of tennis lessons. It's fun to be here in that realm. But when I was first coming here, there was nothing here in Sedona, nothing. There was one country kitchen restaurant, which was just a home cooked type of place. But at the time I was a really strict vegetarian, and I'm not a strict vegetarian now, but I'm pretty much, I'm very strict with what I eat. And so it's pretty stringent. And so it was, I remember it was like iceberg lettuce, and that was, and I think I would have like green beans and iceberg lettuce. That was it.
So you would go to a
thing. Yeah, and there was no food up here. Now it's a mecca for food. It's a mecca. Yeah. I mean, you have the beautiful restaurants, like outdoor, indoor. This one, it's called El Chocolate, and it's just so fun. It's a vegan restaurant, but it's just so fun indoors now. So it's just stuff like that, I mean, there's tons of that, tons of great restaurants, tons of places to, look out and see the creek or see the vistas.
Yeah, and it's what brought that about? I mean, how did that change occur from
well, we always said that, we were coming up here doing the seminars, and it seemed to, that was the big change, is that we advertised the vortexes. So, yeah, I mean, my ex-husband, gosh, just spouted out to the world, vortexes. Yeah, and so everyone came, but it was really incredible. We've had a lot of fun. Now they're like national parks. You have to pay to park, but it's okay. It's not expensive. It's like $5, and you can go to everything, all the parks. And it's just a parking fee, and it's for the weekend. And I don't think it's very expensive even to have Red Rock Pass, which is, I think, $20 a year. It's not super expensive.
Right. So like back in the day, you could just pull off the side of the road and just climb up one of the
yeah,
Bell Rock.
We had a lot of medicine wheels and stuff, and whereas I used to use the medicine wheels in the vortexes, but they took out those. I don't know if people were sleeping in the medicine wheels or what they were doing, but the Park Service decided it was, they needed to alleviate the medicine wheels, but those were fantastic.
Were they ones that were built by tourists? I mean, were they built?
I don't know. They were beautiful though. They were beautiful ones. Yeah. Really, a lot of time and energy for somebody to pick the right stones. And
yeah, I think I remember seeing photos and all of some of those.
I do. I have tons. Yeah. And so one of them, and there's people who are known for making their medicine wheels and stuff on the properties and stuff. Yeah, because I know that the one on the ranch is like made by somebody special. So, yeah.
Right. And what, if you are inside, do you go inside a medicine wheel? How do you use a medicine wheel?
Yeah, you use a medicine wheel, you do ceremony and medicine wheels. So we'll do ceremony.
Are they for a type of healing? I mean, as the name might.
Whatever that you're wanting to, I mean, with the seminar, I have a clarity of intent sheet. And so, just what are your intentions and goals, and so we work from that. We work from your personal, what personally you want to open up. So we do it from a personal standpoint, what people want to. Yeah, but it is really wonderful. I mean, asking for, really to be seen in the world. Medicine wheel is always about the four corners, northeast, south, and west, and entering upon your knowledge, and not holding on to your burdens, but expanding your awareness in your life. Expansion of life is in vivid colors, and that it's gonna bring you peace and solace and security, money, and love. Love is our greatest asset, really. And the faster we get into that, really the ambiance of love. We can't love everybody, but we can unconditionally be stable, what I call stable. Yeah. Yeah. And because you don't want to, carry angst, it's just unnecessary. So if you can just get into your peaceful state, and that life is good. And even when it isn't treating you quite right, it's still good. Sometimes you're looking out into, the world is okay and I'm not. It's like you can be okay too. And it's just a few steps, keep going. Few steps to rectify that.
I think that's such an interesting point that you made about, how it is that we can look out into the world and we can sometimes look for that approval from the world and not feel it within ourselves. But it's like the world is something that is always in kind of a turmoil anyway. There's
Right.
always, it's like, when we look to a specific person for cues in how to love ourselves, right? It's like they may not have like a solid understanding of themselves, much
Right.
less us, right? So it's like, how it is that we can learn to trust ourself and not just look to others to be the cues for if we're okay, if we're solid, because we may not find it from other people. And so that work that we do is really, it's quite important. And I think when we realize it, that awareness can help to change our life quite a bit, and our perception of the world and our place in it.
Right. And that's maybe a lot of it, isn't it? Our perception of life.
Yeah.
And so that's maybe when you're coming to Sedona, you don't know what to expect. You don't know what kind of magic it's going to bring you. But it usually always brings people great magic. And so the viewpoint is in the right place. They feel like they're on vacation and they're going to experience something. And yet, it usually delivers. You can say that Sedona is a place that delivers. Now, if you're fighting with somebody, that's not usually amplifies, because everything is amplified here. So be in any sort of disharmony, it's like a bomb.
So I mean, that's an understanding, right? It's like if you go into an experience and that it's going to it's going to generate more of it, then it's like, you can say, oh, okay, well, let me catch my breath here. Let me not just walk into this, being angry or in a place of distrust, but to just center myself, calm myself, and then enter that space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, calm, enter the space. That's it. And don't think that you're looking out, you're stepping back into the world. So that's it. Step back into the world, step back into yourself. Know that you matter. You matter, what offerings you have in the world, whether it's just a smile and a kind word, because that's really kind of the bottom line. We don't have to be knowing it all or even giving advice. It's about really just being kind.
Mm-hmm.
Really, deep down, that's what it is. I mean, I thought it was very funny last night, like our waitress at the restaurant that our brother and I went to, Scott. So Scott and I were at this restaurant, and she was actually bending her elbows on the table, like talking to us, and I was like, okay, it was hilarious. I loved it. I loved it.
So she was a part of the family.
She was darling. Yeah. So it's just cute. And then she recognized that she was doing it. We were all laughing.
Yeah.
Really nice girl. Mm-hmm. But you include yourself. She was including herself. I loved it. Yeah. I like when people are sweet. Yeah.
Right. So with against Sedona, are like the seminar I know is just kind of like in one place and all that, but it's good to go out, to stay a couple extra days, whatever, so you can just like, go out on your own if you're going up to Airport Mesa. I mean, is that still kind of the easiest place to access?
I don't think so. I don't think so because of, I mean, it is as far as, but it's just, there's not a lot of parking. Whereas, really, I think Cathedral Rock is really nice. And
Cathedral?
That's on, back beyond, back beyond
Yeah.
road. And it's a roundabout. That one has a lot of parking, and you can go in right away and meditate, and you don't have to climb the mountain. I mean, I climb the whole mountain usually when I'm up there, but you don't have to. You don't have to climb the mountain. Like I'd like to climb the mountain this time.
The Cathedral Rock?
Yeah.
Haven't you done that at night?
Yeah, I've done it. No, I've been in Boynton Canyon a lot at night. I do a lot of night hiking. Yeah. I've been on night hiking a lot in Sedona, which I don't know if I recommend that to everybody, but it's fun for me. And then, what? We used to have this guy come, and his name's Steve Pickus, and he would do these glow beads, and you go into the night sight. You concentrate, and then you go into the night sight where you actually see the aura of plants and trees and stuff, and you have a better night sight. You'd actually take people night hiking, but I've always had people come in on evenings off if people wanted to do extra stuff. Like this time, the ranch owner is going to do a fire ceremony. So if you want to do the fire ceremony, she's doing one. So that looks really fun. My group, I'll tell them about it tomorrow morning.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. I mean, that sounds powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and usually, I do a lot of night hiking where, I used to take them up to Medicine Wheel with Rogelio. I know a lot of people know Rogelio. He's great. And, or doing sweat lodges with Rogelio. Yeah. So I use Rogelio a lot. I use, but this time it's going to be, the ranch owner with fire ceremony. So
that sounds wonderful.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Do the vortexes, Boynton Canyon, you have Bell Rock, Airport Mesa, and Cathedral. Do you get the same experience from each of those?
No, everything is very different. They have a different magnetic frequency. So it's all very different. I mean, it's just like anything is different. You're having a different experience wherever you stand. But definitely on the vortexes and your meditations, and I can say that everything's always been really magical. And we're out by Bell Rock, so this ranch is out by Bell Rock.
Is it something, because I think that it's like at the core of what we're looking to do in our life, where you're either looking to bring something in or we're looking to release something.
Right.
Like that's at the essence of it.
Right.
And are there better vortexes for bringing in, or are there better ones for releasing? Do you have any experience in
that,
or is it both?
It's all of them. All of them are good at amplifying whatever that you need. Yeah, I mean, it's as far as it's just your clarity of intention. I'm a firm believer, of sourcing, because it's just coming to point. You want to focus on a clear intention of what you need to unblock in your life, whether it's love, money, your health, want to gain more spiritual awareness, more psychic ability even, that's what you work on for the whole. Usually in my seminars, I make you work on what your intention is the whole weekend. Yeah. So every question you ask is usually around that, your general question that you began with at the beginning of the seminar. Yeah.
Right.
And if I had you for 5 days, yeah, or even the 4-day boot camp psychic intensive that I do, yeah. So the thing is, see, they're having fun.
What would happen after 5 days of intensive psychic?
Well,
abilities?
a 4-day boot camp, I don't know, it changes people's lives. They actually create like something new, like Jason D. McKean. I put him through boot camp, and look at him now. He's the Om Tarot wizard, and he was a producer behind the scenes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a great artist and really an advertising executive. And here you are. Now you're in front of the camera.
Yeah, I've held a lot of Zoom classes in the last year and a half for people who are interested in reading tarot, and at the core of it, I see it as people looking to trust themselves, to dive in and sort through all of the information that we receive. Right? It's like we can be very sensitive individuals. We can be receiving a lot of information, but it's about looking at what is true information, and like just brushing aside everything else there, and staying in a resonance there with that which vibrates as truth. And that can be where one is feeling a personal calling, or just something that they're wanting to accomplish in their life as an individual. And sometimes that may look different from what it's looked like in the past. It's like I think that some people can kind of change up, like if they've been going on a trajectory for a long time. It's like maybe it's time to add a new layer to it, where it's like you don't totally throw away everything that you've learned or built, but you build on it. You like start something new. And so it's like I think that my journey, my spiritual journey, has definitely been a part of that. I still use all of my artistic ability, my producing ability, but it's now meant for an audience that is just slowly kind of becoming more worldwide, from the classes that I teach in Japan to all the students that I have that are all over the world. Really, it's like it's a building experience. So is it for everyone? I think that there are times in our life when it gets activated, and so everyone may not feel that push all at once, and that's fine, because that may not work anyway. It's like we just when we're at that point of noticing when change is coming, then it's like we can take our baby steps into that, or we can take bigger steps. It's dependent on you, and again that trust that one builds.
Yeah, well, and it's building the trust. I think that the confidence is not there at first, but then you learn to start trusting yourself and how you are developing, and then it goes from there. Yeah. You use yourself as a guinea pig.
Well, yeah, I guess that's the a way to put
Bottom
it.
line. Yeah, guinea pig time. Let's do a tarot spread.
Yeah. You know, my like when I first went to Sedona too, I was expecting like the fireworks, right? You know, like that really like whoa intensity, and I found that I built up to it. As far as the times that I went, there were moments, and there was like you know, incredible camaraderie with people, and an openness, and I think that trust, or you know, that ability to be in one's spiritual flow, I think that is sometimes a very subtle experience. It's not, you know, where we're just, it's like whoa, you know, it certainly can be, but when you are just more open to you know, people and experiences and stuff, I think that's you know, part of that amplification, part of that. It can be a subtle energy, and I have heard of people who go there and it's like you know, their minds are just like kind of really blown by the experience, and that's certainly valid. But it's okay to be in a peaceful place too about it, because I think that's like when one is in a flow with their own spirit, I think that instead of it being like you know, it can be like it can be like a very just soothing energy as well, and you just you're moving about in it, but you're not struggling, you know, you're not like you know, having it to be a high, you know, it can also just be a blissful state as well.
Right. And you know, I mean, I think generally I've always been, you know, coming to Sedona, and it's always been magical. And magical people that I meet, and yeah, and my friends here and everything. I mean, I've had the most beautiful, amazing experiences here, no doubt. They have been just incredible. I mean, even though I just look at when you know, you came to my seminar there, I don't know how many years ago it is even now, but I mean, we were all doing different ceremonies and different things together, and they're just magical. I mean, just you know, you become like a synergy with group, and everybody becomes best friends in the group usually, or friendly, you know, friendly, and they're diverse. There is diversity. There's
Very
diversity in this one. Oh my gosh. I mean, I would love to like spout what the diversities are, but man, it's diverse. Yeah. So, and they're coming in from all over.
yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you know, and it's not being afraid of the world anymore either. You know, I mean, I don't know what really is going on with some of this, but you know, it's really to live and to really step into your best self. And you know, the universe is asking us to do that anyway. The moon is certainly, you know, this full moon this week was, you know, it's like, come on, everybody wake up. You know, time to get your life in order, because you know, life is supposed to be fun. It just is supposed to be fun and going forward. So next month, you know, we'll see what it brings us, because I think it's really intense aspects next month as well. I haven't looked yet, but if I think about it,
I mean, does it go into Taurus?
Yeah, the Taurus can be really, you know, they're intense aspects, super intense. Mm-hmm.
But you'll look at the properties of it.
Yeah, all properties of it. And
how
you know,
one can focus.
when Jupiter has gone direct now, so you know, your freedom and expansion should be happening. because everybody was feeling tight. Ugh. So now the holidays should be fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am too.
To a nice holiday. I think
Tofu surprise. I see here Tim say tofu surprise.
What's that?
Tofu surprise was going to be for Christmas dinner.
It's like, did you ever make tofu surprise for a holiday?
No. It's just funny because I've always been health conscious. Yeah. I did make a big tofu stir fry last week for Marie's birthday potluck. Yeah, but everybody ate it and loved it.
Yeah, it's like it's so good. It's like myself, like eating a lot of Japanese food. It's like, there's a lot of tofu in the miso soup or whatever. It's like it's a staple.
Yeah.
And I still have my boyish figure, so it's like it doesn't hurt me none.
Right. Yeah, anything maybe helps you.
Yeah.
Keep your boyish figure. But no, we're just, gosh, Sedona, just such a beautiful atmosphere here now. It's really quite cool.
When you say cool, how cool?
Well, I don't know. It's probably right now in the 60, maybe 50.
Is that quite cool?
It's cool. It's cool for Arizona.
Yeah. But there's an elevation, right?
Elevation is 4,500 feet. It snows up here. I've been here. I've been actually on this property when it's been snowy. Yeah.
But not this weekend.
No. That's gonna be in the 70s. It's gonna be beautiful.
That's like perfect weather.
Perfect. And then all the reptiles have gone night-night pretty much because of the nights getting cold. So yeah, we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, that makes it perfect too when you're hiking around. I was going to say, it's like me and Sue were like walking up, we were hiking up Bell Rock, and it's wear sturdy shoes when you're hiking. Don't just go out in your flip flops or sandals or anything. It's because it's like Bell Rock it's kind of elusive as far as it seems like you're just kind of climbing up the bell there, but if you look back at certain places, it's like, oh my God, I'm pretty high up here, and it's like you want to make sure that your footing is solid. But it's such a wonderful hike. I mean, it is magical. There's no doubt about that. Those times walking around the vortexes and all are, but I think they are, they're amplifying one's own energy. So bring your best energy to it.
Yeah. Well, and if you need a good cry, they are a good place to clear. It is. But then you rebuild. Yeah. What am I going to bring out of here that I need in my life?
Yeah, maybe that's one of those intentions that someone is bringing to your seminar, so they can work on it over the weekend.
Yeah, that would be great.
Because when you let go, it's like what are you going to bring in? What are you going to?
Well, that's the intention. You refocus.
Yeah, clearing space, and then bringing in. You don't just bring in the same things. You clear patterns too.
Yeah, a lot of clearing of patterns. Well, and that's I think that's the gift of knowing how you see, hear, feel, and know. You know, you come into a deeper sense of who you are. And if you don't see in manifest form, you see in symbols and how you decipher those symbols. But that you just find out things about yourself, and how to really enhance that. Because it becomes, you're enhancing your life. I think it's really funny, that I met Jason's wife here in Sedona.
Before I met her.
Before we met her.
Yeah.
But in Sedona. Yeah. It's been a lot of magical people, a lot of magic.
She was told by a psychic to go to a certain seminar and she would meet her soulmate.
Oh, really? That's so funny. And then she had a reading with me, and I told her that she was to meet a wild Celtic man, and that she would be living in Los Angeles. At the time, she was living in New York. Yeah. I was like, I'd see the West Coast for you. Yeah.
Yeah. So we just celebrated 20 years.
I know.
20 years of marriage. So it's like, it's again, Sedona, magical place.
Magical. Yes, very magical. It's a wonder you guys don't come, just every year for just a romantic getaway.
Well, it's on our list. It's on our list of places to come to.
But you have 2 red dogs too, like our Sedona Red Rock dogs.
Yeah. It's like just
red.
bringing them up there. It's like they're Cavaliers, and Cavaliers they have heart issues with elevation and all that. So it's like we have to be a little bit mindful of that. It's like, and we're always at sea level, and so there's like no acclimation whatsoever. So
that's so sweet. You think of them that way. A lot of people don't think of things like that.
Yeah. No, it's like they're beautiful, family members. So we have to be considerate of them. But thank you, Tara, for having me on, and again, all best for your seminar this weekend.
Thank you. Yeah, and just sending you just such Sedona love and the best vibrations. Yeah, it's really resonating in your heart, your mind, your spirit.
Yeah, wonderful. So where can people find you on the interweb?
TaraInsight.com. TARA Insight. INSGIGHT. Insight. How about you, Jace?
I'm at Jason D. McKean, JASONDMCKEAN.com, and and we're going to be doing a Halloween party, like a tarot party class on Sunday on Halloween, and then the week after that I'm going to be doing a past life regression, a group past life regression, all on Zoom. Oh, nice. Anyone in the world can come in but check it out. I'll have it posted on my site there.
Right. Awesome. Yeah, that'd be beautiful.
Yeah, it'll be fun to have like when the veil is at its thinnest to read tarot, but have fun. It's the camaraderie. It's the community building.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about it.
Yes. It is.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah. So thank you, Tara. Much love to you, and have a wonderful seminar.
Yes. Thank you. Maybe we'll talk about some Halloween subjects or something next week. That would be kind of fun.
Right.
Yeah. Lots of love, everybody.
Thank you for listening to Transformations with Tara. Tara hopes this program brings guidance and insight towards a better tomorrow. If you have any questions or inquiries, or would just like to know more about Tara Sutphen's workshops and seminars or private sessions, please visit her website now at tarainsight.com. Until next time, many blessings.